Saan? Check, check, check. Check, yan, yun. Check, check. Paano nagkakaroon?
Thank you to all our players. And of course, having a full draw, which after semester section of the second. So this is a proud first situation and it was excellent. So from here, the partnership of Women's Paddle Association and IFA. And we are really proud of this event because this is an initiative that is now coming into reality. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Alana. Next.
they are treating us like champions, so it's grateful. And I'm very happy to see how this is working. So congratulations, because this is a really to give you I don't know how you, a medal, because I think that it's important to grow the paddle, and you are doing a really good job. So keep it up. I'm going to push you more, and also for our association, it's important to have the agreement with you, and I hope to do a lot of stuff, because I think that Asia has a really important side in the paddle world in the future. So congrats. Hopefully the athletes they enjoy too. We are doing also like practicing in the staff with them, and I enjoy it. So hopefully it is a really good tournament for everybody.
So much. Without the growing community of paddle here in Manila, we really wouldn't have any players, and we're definitely going to have an exciting weekend, because starting with tonight's qualies. Um, and I would like to also acknowledge the presence of our, I always say this, our Madam Chair umpire for this weekend, uh, Ms. Caloma Class Pedra. Thank you so much for
A lot of amateurs join
amateurs
our
join our
tournaments.
tournaments.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you much. So I want to take this moment to introduce our special guest as well. Because a year ago, I had this vision. Okay, I want to do a local professional paddle tournament. And I shared it with my partner Frederick. And at that time, he was working on bringing a Swedish brand to the region, to Asia. And one of the top leading brands in paddle, which is Oxbow. And when I met with Frederick last December, I shared a little bit about the vision that I had. And of course, 100% she was on board. And this is really revolutionary for women paddle. Brands supporting initiatives that are focused on the growth of the women in sport, and now especially women in paddle. So without further ado, we'd love to introduce our honored guest. This is Crystal from Oxbow. Thank you, Lorena. When you presented the idea back in December, it was like a direct yes. It felt so right. We want to be the brand that others will follow. That's our slogan. We wanted to be the thing that other brands look up to, other people look up to. We want to be like a role model for other brands to be here. Because it's sad that we need to support one another. We want to really support one another. That is important everything. We want to bring the sports to as many people as possible. We want to have the wide voices in key to bring the sports. The more people we get into the sport, the more country we get into the sports, the stronger the sport becomes in the end. So thank you for bringing us here. We're super happy for that. So thank you to all of our dear speakers, and we now look forward to a regathering of our class competitions for the fifth ever Women's Padel Manila. Following this conference, we invite everyone to stay for the program exhibition of the Philippine Padel Team from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Questions from the press, thank you for joining us as well, because without your coverage, the news about paddle in Philippines won't about Filipino community as well. So you have been instrumental. Thank you for joining us. And of course, now we are open to ask the questions that you want to ask. Alana, just share with us how special it is for you knowing that You guys were able to come up with this during Women's Month as well. So just share with us your reaction to it. So when everything actually came into fruition last December, I thought was very well. And it was after that we finalized our partnership with IPA and then of course with Oxford. The vision of bringing a women's only professional travel tournament has came into fruition because of this of meetings with these amazing women who are leading each of their parts of like for example Lucia with the International Paddle Players Association and of course today's with the leading brand supporting women. And of course, one of the most inspiring things is because of our women's paddle community in the Philippines. So Marge, who has worked a lot with us, she is driving the growth of our women's paddle community. So one of the inspiration of bringing an event like this here, especially in Manila, is because our women's paddle community is such a tight community who support each other. And I wanted to showcase to them that this is the inspiring stage for them to be shared with the international professional paddle players. And of course, now we are super happy because we have a full draw. Participation is growing, and that is really the vision to make sure that the women's growth, both for amateur and professional players, is always present. So for us, we hope that this is not just the first event. For sure, we will organize more, but we want everyone to feel welcome and to have the stage welcome for them. The court is for them, each one of the female players.
Good afternoon, Kate Reyes of Spin the PH. I just want to ask Miss Alana as well. With the rise of racket sports generally in the Philippines, can you run us through why is it very important to put a structure on it, just like what you're doing right now?
It's very important because now we have, for example, paddle is an emerging sport. Another one of the emerging sports is pickleball, which is actually growing fast in the Philippines. Faster than paddle, I would say, which are facts because it's easy, low investment, and now it's spreading all throughout the country. But we're actually growing the paddle community sustainably because of the structure. So one of the things that we are working together with March in the Philippine Paddle Association, I'll let March also share more about the Women's League and all the initiatives that we're doing, is that to have the National Federation in place. We're working closely with the International Paddle Federation to make sure that we have the structure towards the Olympic dream. And I'm sure Lucia can talk about the Olympic dream because she's been in the sport. She's a legend, so she's been in the sport longer than any of us here in the table for sure. But it's quite interesting because now we are seeing that we are achieving the dream to be in the Olympics. So this is part of the growth of paddle, and that really is the end goal, right? To be part of the Olympics. So Marge can share a little bit more about what we're doing nationally because it's really how we're growing nationally that will also help the International Paddle Federation. So each of the countries need to be working towards the same goal.
So right now we're trying to grow our national tournaments. It's just by continuously, putting like the small local ones together. Just last week, we had our Women's Day Invitational, which is a nice little group. They were so competitive. I don't know, like we played for like almost 6 hours, okay, because nobody wanted to lose. With women, we have such long rallies because we're not very aggressive in terms of like play, but it's just you don't want all the girls have been so competitive. And also now we also have our weekly, we call it the girls get together. We're trying to grow more female players. The guys actually are doing a pretty good job already on their own, but we want to uphold and
and create more female players. It's a very social sport. Um, and also shout out to Justine Cordero M, who's here from Women's Fitness Asia. She's also been such an advocate for women in fitness, no? She's also helped support a lot of the drives to get more female players in. So back to the national tournaments, we're starting to work with Siargao, Bohol, and very soon there's going to be in Davao actually there's a new court which I'll be visiting next week. And hopefully we can grow more players nationally and have more regular tournaments so that they too will have the chance to join all these international initiatives that we have. It's just upwards from here.
Well, I started to play paddle in 2010, and right now our goal is really clear. It's been a long time to that we are fighting for it. That is the Olympics, as Alena said, and the structure, like how she said, is really important. It's important that in the countries are more paddle courts, more coaches, more kids that they are playing, more women that they are playing. So people like Alena is really important that they support women because men they have it easy the way to go through, but men's and women are really important for the Olympics. So that's our goal, and I think that we are getting closer and closer. And also, it's important sponsors. Without sponsors, this is not possible. So I know that Elena did a really good job finding some sponsors here, and I want to thank you all the sponsors in the tournament, and I hope that they keep going for the future of paddle in Asia and all the work that they are doing. So congrats, both of us, both of you.
Oh, sorry. Also, I just want to add, it's not complete, of course, without our grassroots programs and our kids. We are announcing FIP promises May 23 to 25. Justine Bakay, hello there. She's my counterpart and she's taking care of our juniors program for the Philippine Paddle Association. So women and kids at the future. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon. I'm Gab Peras for People's Journal Tonight and Sports Corner PH. To Miss Lucia, you're currently the president of the International Paddle Players Association and one of the legends of the sport. Could you summarize to us your expertise and growth on the welfare and, of course, the performance of our players right now? Especially, you visited here the country for a special trip. Can you summarize to us your goals for our paddle players from all around the world, especially paddle is included in the Asian Games this year? Okay.
Oh, I think that they just need time, and I think that all the Asian it will be really good in paddle, but we need a structure, money, and time. And for sure that they will do a good job with the juniors, and they will keep growing and playing paddle since they are kids. And I'm sure that in 10 years, or I hope less, we will see a really good players on Premier. I'm sure that this is the goal, and hopefully in the World Cup they will make it, and we will see you over there.
Thank you. To the representative of Oxfam, why is it important to have private support nga from Oxford to make sure this event will be successful and will be continue nga yung partnership ninyo with the Women's Paddle Association and the PPA to support nga yung mga programs na rin? Of support, assurance of support to the programs of PIP and of course the Philippine Paddle Association, all the tournaments of there.
Thank you, Cornelia. I think it's important to be here because we want to be like all over the world. If we want to make it to the Olympics with paddle, we want it to be a world coverage sport. And we also want it to be like a stronger community also for women. We want it to be easy for them to feel that they really are a part. As you said, sometimes it's easier for the men to join. I think there's many reasons for that. And we want to like eliminate those reasons and make them possible also for women.
Thank you so much kay Miss Marge. Ma'am Marge, sorry, magtatagalog lang ako. Ma'am Marge, alam naman natin ang paddle is one of the fast-growing sports in the country at napatunayan natin marami tayong mga bata na nag-engganyo na matuto na mag-paddle at naglalaro din sa iba't ibang mga competitions, especially sa pre-provinces. Ano masasabi ninyo sa progress na pinakita ng mga bata and after ng pre-provinces, may mga goals ba yung ating federation na patuloy natin magkaroon ng mga tournaments na pag ganito, international tournament, to make sure nga yung exposure ng mga bata ay magtuloy-tuloy.
To help me answer that question, Justine, come join us here.
Si Mas Justin.
Yes, Miss Justine. You know, Justine actually has a very good pool of kids who play now. Maybe you would like to share. Gusto ni Gab malaman kung paano daw yung growth ngayon ng mga juniors natin.
Wow. Yeah. Well, great question. We've continuously trained 8 kids for free with the help of the Philippine Paddle Association. Every Saturday, if you're going to be here on Saturday, you'll see them. That's part of our grassroots program. We also have the junior paddle kids, so they also have continuous training. So with our so for our grassroots program, we're continuously training 8 kids, and 2 of them actually are in the Asian ranking right now. So under 12 Asian ranking, 2 of them took the top spot.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Tuloy tayo kay Marge. Sa elite naman, ilan mo yung participants natin for the fifth silver na coming from the elite team?
Okay. So as of today, you know, ano yung draw, we have 68 women competing this weekend, 17 nationalities
From the Philippines, ilan?
from the Philippines. One, two, three. There's about, I would say 16, no? 16. Oh, 8 teams. 8 teams kami. So kami yung parang most of the Filipinas na nasali sa qualis. And then there are 4 sa ating main draw.
And expectations from your end? Kasi alam natin, hosting fifth silver is a great privilege and opportunity na rin to showcase yung ating mga international players na
Yes.
magpagsabayan sa mga local players. Ano ba ang aasahan natin doon? And kung tutuloy-tuloy ba, of course, yung pagkakaroon ng fifth silver, kung papalarin tayo.
Of course, ang fifth silver na to ay super special and for the benefit of those who are visiting us, I'll speak in English so that they understand. The hosting of our fifth silver, very first all women's paddle tournament, of course, is extremely it's part of history, and we're happy that we're thankful that we were able to mount this. Thank you to our very generous sponsors. We wish to have this every year, right, Elena? And this is just the start, and we are hoping that next year, we would have more female participants fly in because all these girls are all going to talk about it when they go back to Sweden, Spain, wherever you're flying from. You'll definitely talk about this. And let's go to Manila, let's go to the Philippines, and join the next fifth silver all women's paddle tournament.
Lastly, kay Miss
Yes.
Elena,
Miss Elena.
babalik tayo sa English. Miss Elena, as we all know, you're one of the hardworking leaders in paddle in the country, and especially this month celebrated the Women's Empowerment Month, being one of the top female leaders in the sporting world. How do you assess your and rate your performance na and to inspire fellow sports leaders like Mambongku? We visited Mambongku, by the way, in the Philippine Sports Commission office recently to inspire, motivate, and to be an example to fellow sports leaders to showcase their leadership skills and contribute to the growth of Philippine sports. Salamat po.
Thank you for your question. So I'll answer in English as well. So one of the most inspiring moments actually was when Marge have invited me to join our Honorable Commissioner Bongko in her office and discuss about the growth of women's paddle. So one of our goals is this is just the start. The fifth Silver Women's Paddle Manila is just the start. We're gonna bring bigger events, more opportunities to women, and we're gonna create a real pathway for the players, not just to become professional players, but to have a career after playing professionally. And that's why we're working with IPA to make sure that this happens. And one of the most inspiring moments for me actually is to share this table right now with the president of IPA, Lucia Sanz. It's an a full circle moment. As actually Kate, we were discussing earlier that this is a full circle moment because she also saw the beginning of when we brought paddle to the Philippines. And now we're bringing a whole movement, a global movement right here at Manila Paddle Club.
I would just like to add to that. One of the things that Miss Bonku, actually, she was supposed to join us today, but she had prior. You know, when it's Women's Month, you're attending all the women's initiatives. She has a very busy schedule. But part of one of the exciting parts of being our meeting with them is actually she also believes in the initiative and has invited us to host a lot more future women, even smaller local tournaments throughout the year, which we are excited about. And we're getting invited to also check out the new facility of PSC in Clark, which is also up and coming. So we're very excited about that. Mapunta naman tayo sa Pampanga and up north and try to grow paddle there too. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello. Hi. To the members of the panel, panel is I'm Jill Santos from Next Level Philippines.
Hi, Jay.
Hey guys. So a question to the members of the panel. It's one of the fastest growing sports globally. What role do you think women, both Filipino and international athletes, will play in shaping its future?
Well, I think the women are really important because without the women, is our goal is not possible because the Olympics, the sport has to be both men and women. And also, I think that is a really women sport because since the beginning you can see women playing all the time paddleball, and I think that is really important our role in the sport. So I just encourage all the women to try because I think that after trying it they can stop playing. So you have to do all the Philippines to play paddleball. You'll see that they will not stop playing.
Another question for brands and investors, looking at the impressive list that are sponsoring the FIP Silver Women's Paddle Tournament. Why is supporting women in fast-growing sports like paddle a strategic move today?
It's both a strategic move because we want it to be a brand, we want more customers, of course, but the most important part of it, that it is inclusive. It is a sport that is fun to watch for everyone. It's fun to to play for everyone. It's not like a boy sport or girl sport. It's a sport for everyone. So it's important that we show them and have like an easy pathway into the sport, that it's easy to join and easy to join the community. And like watching the community here over the couple of days that we have been, it's amazing. I want all the countries and all the clubs to have this amazing community with so strong women players, and it was so fun the other day when we were here. So I hope that is like a thing that we can bring for the whole world. Because then we have this like the lost the words, but we have like this really strong possibility to really make a sport that is here to stay.
And last question, Miss Elena, Miss Marge, with the vision and that you have brought to life of bringing paddle and leading it forward in the Philippines, can you take us like what is your philosophy or what is behind your goal, your dream to pursue events like these, and like how can partnerships between Filipino and international athletes help grow paddle while also giving local players more opportunities and exposure on the global stage? Events like FIP Silver Women's Paddle Manila gives that inspiration to our women's paddle community in order to improve their game and also at the same time see a future into the sport. So one of the things that we're really encouraging during this weeks is it's not just about the competition. It's about sharing the court with the professionals like Lucia. So right now, actually, at this moment, we're gonna start very soon our pro am. So it's not just also our female players, but also our male players that are gonna share the court with top female professional paddle players. So this is a unique opportunity to be able to play alongside them and against them. And this is what we want to push through with our initiatives because we want to level up the game here in the Philippines nationwide.
And also, one very good thing, and it's a special moment when now that we have actual referees in our country, official FIP referees, we can officiate more tournaments in the country, of course, and make things like standard. That's really the start of making things grow. Just quickly, it's important. I've been in sports marketing for the past 20 years, and the Philippines has had their very first WTA 125. A lot of the press, of course, know that. The beginning of the year, it was something that just in the equivalent of paddle. In tennis, it was historical because it was our very first WTA. That is just the beginning, and I believe that also here with the fifth silver, we will see the growth of women paddle. So it's exciting. 2026 has just been such a breakthrough. So we hope to continue, and we like to thank our sponsors. In Filipino, sana hindi kayo magsawa magsuporta sa atin. Salamat.
So without further ado, I'd like to invite everyone to, of course, stay and enjoy our pro-am today. We have a lot of international players coming from all over the world sharing the court with our Philippine paddle team. This is where the sport grows and where our community really thrives on. And you are all part of history here. We are making the first ever women's only professional paddle tournament, and each player and each spectator, you are part of history, and we thank you for joining us here. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, we would like to request everybody to please go to center court for a big group photo before we start the pro-am games. Thank you so much. Thank you, members of the press. Thank you so much for your questions. Please join us in the center court.
There is a fable that says that everyone is strongly linked to their soulmate through an invisible red thread. A bond that always ends up bringing the two sides of the threads together. They say that the red thread is invisible, but sometimes it's just in front of you. New Cupra Leon. New Cupra Formentor. New Cupra Terramar. Cupra Performance Plug-in Hybrid Range.